Hi, my name is Rebecca Smith. My sister Chris is a resident at Polk Center. I am reaching out to you to ask your support of Senate Bill 906 and House Bill 1918. I'd like to tell you briefly about my sister Chris. I am Chris's legal guardian. And I would also like to briefly tell you about my parents' attempts to get help for her and what led to her placing they're placing Chris at Polk. There's a lot of discussion in the state of Pennsylvania right now, and I feel that state legislators need to realize the true history of people like my sister Chris and why they're at Polk Center, and in attempts to help you understand the real story from someone who has been involved with my sister's care for as long as she's lived. So, briefly, my sister stopped talking at the age of 3. She started developing behavioral disturbances such as hitting her head on the wall, biting her hands, walking on her toes, having tantrums. It was very difficult for my parents to take care of her. And they did reach out to a number of organizations in the state of Pennsylvania, as well as they took Chris to numerous centers of excellence in the field of medicine. And there was no doctor, no psychologist who was able to provide my parents or my sister with a true diagnosis and treatment. My parents were recommended that they should place Chris in a center, in a special school that could take care of Chris, meet her special needs with nursing care, aides, social workers, physical therapists, teachers, and doctors. And as my sister got older and more difficult to care for, and my parents were unable to care for her in the community, then they did follow the advice of the doctors and the psychologist and placed my sister in Polk Center. And since then, my sister has had a high quality of life and excellent care. Polk has been my sister's home for the past 48 years. The staff have been her family, and they have given her the care that she needs. My sister does not speak. She's unable to communicate except for hitting her head on her legs on the wall, biting her hands, or maybe screaming. She's totally wheelchair bound, is totally dependent in all her activities of daily living, including feeding. And despite that, my sister has thrived. She enjoys the pool therapy, the horse cart rides, the parties at night, the dress-up parties, all the activities that give her quality of life and the love and the caring that come with those activities. Myself, my sister visit her. My parents visited her when regularly when she was living, and they were always saddened knowing that they were unable to meet my sister's needs. And they related to me that it was the hardest decision that they ever had to make in their life. But they truly felt that they needed to follow the recommendations of their doctor and their psychologist, and that it really was in my sister's best interest. And my parents dedicated their lives to educating others, and the experience with my sister gave them compassion and understanding, as it has given me compassion as a physician. I'm my sister's legal guardian as well as a physician. And I truly feel it's inhumane to remove people like my sister from their home, the place where they have felt safe and have had a quality of life. Their life has been challenged since almost the time they were born, and it's not fair as they get older to give them a challenge that could cause them transfer trauma, emotional and psychological distress, and cause them to fail to thrive. And I really will appreciate your consideration and your support of Senate Bill 906 and House Bill 1918 as the moratorium to keep Polk and Whitehaven open, and to give the residents there a fairness in the process, because at the moment it's been unfair, and the special lobbyists and special interest groups advocating to close Polk have no personal relationship or no real interest in the residents there. If they would have reached out to me, they would have reached out to other family members and legal guardians, and Governor Wolf would have come to Polk to meet my sister. And I really feel that these residents deserve fairness and understanding. Thank you. I will appreciate your support of these two bills in order to keep Polk and Whitehaven open and give our residents at those two centers fairness and the justice that they deserve. Thank you.